Volunteers from the Canadian Auto Workers Union have joined the Make Poverty History for First Nations campaign. In Canada, 1 in 4 First Nations children live in poverty. Close to 100 First Nation communities are under a boil water advisory. CAW National President Buzz Hargrove, along with Phil Fontaine, National Chief of the Assembly of First Nations, announced the initiative in Toronto, Ontario, October 25, 2007.
This is not a short-term project that will end by the end of next year. We're committing. It's an ongoing thing that we will work with identifying those projects. And I want to be clear on this. This is a partnership. This is not our project. Phil Fontaine, National Chief, and his people will identify the project. We will talk them through and make sure we have the resources in those communities and the skills in those communities, or the ability to get them in there to do those projects.
National Chief Fontaine thanked the CAW for joining the fight against poverty amongst the First Nations.
We're just fortunate here in Canada that we have an organization like the Canadian Auto Workers Union that is prepared to step in where government is negligent and irresponsible, because this is what this is all represents. Government is not prepared to do the right thing. It's not prepared to meet its legal obligations, but more importantly, a moral responsibility.
National Chief Fontaine said the CAW is setting an example for the rest of the country.
This is, in my view, the best demonstration that we can present to Canadians that we can get things done, we can get good work done beyond government. And we hope that this motivates others to step up like CAW has done and join with us in creating a better life for First Nations people.
The first 3 of 7 projects planned over the next year is the Native Canadian Centre in Toronto, where the CAW skilled trades volunteers will renovate a new child care centre and build a wheelchair access ramp. In Vancouver's downtown Eastside Women's Centre, a safe drop-in centre will be built. While in Little Salmon, Carjack's First Nation in the Yukon, the polluted wells in the community will be repaired to prevent E. coli poisoning. Hargrove said the federal government needs to follow suit.
The federal government should be taking up this challenge itself of working with community groups, working firstly with the AFN, but also community groups, trade unions like ourselves and others, to deal with the issues in it. And you can do it better if it's coordinated on a national basis. Unfortunately, this government has no commitment to the problems of correcting the problems facing First Nations.
The CAW Skilled Trades have begun work on the first project in Toronto. CAW, fighting back makes a difference.